Hello. Welcome back. I hope you are doing well today. Maybe you are sitting comfortably, or maybe you are walking or lying down. Wherever you are, thank you for listening. Today, we are not in a hurry. We will speak slowly, we will speak clearly, and we will enjoy this time together. Learning English does not need to be stressful. It does not need to be hard. Sometimes it can be calm. Sometimes it can be easy.
Yes, I agree. Hello, everyone. It's really nice to be here with you again. When you listen, you don't need to do anything else. You don't need a pen, you don't need a notebook, you don't need to worry about mistakes. Just listen, just relax. Let the English come to you, slowly.
That's very true. Listening is a very gentle way to learn. Many people think learning English means studying grammar, or memorizing difficult words, or speaking perfectly. But listening is different. Listening is soft. Listening is natural. Think about how you learned your first language. You listened, again and again, every day.
Yes, when we were children, we listened before we spoke. We listened before we understood everything. We didn't stop to think, is this grammar correct? We just listened. And slowly, the language became part of us. That is why today's topic is very important. Today, we talk about learning English by listening.
Before we talk about learning, let's take a small moment to relax. Take a deep breath and let it go slowly. You are safe here. You are welcome here. You are not being tested. This is not an exam. This is just a conversation between friends. Yes, imagine we are sitting together, maybe in a quiet room, maybe in a small cafe. There is no noise, there is no pressure. We are just talking, and you are listening. That's all you need to do. Now, let me ask you something simple. Have you ever listened to English, but felt confused? Maybe you understood some words, but not everything. Maybe you thought, I am listening, but I am not learning. If you feel this way, that's okay. Yes, that feeling is very common. Many learners feel the same way. They think, if I don't understand every word, I am failing. But that is not true. Not at all. Understanding everything is not the goal. Listening regularly is the goal. Exactly. When you listen, your brain is working, even if you don't feel it. Your brain is learning sounds. Your brain is learning rhythm. Your brain is learning how English feels. This learning is quiet. You don't see it, but it is happening. Yes, and this is very important for beginners. When you listen again and again, English starts to sound familiar. At first, it sounds fast. Then it sounds normal. Later, it sounds comfortable. That change happens because of listening. Let's talk about something simple, daily life. Think about your day. You wake up, you eat breakfast, you go to work or school. You hear many sounds every day. You don't think about them. You just hear them. Learning English by listening can be the same. Yes, you don't need to understand everything today. You don't need to remember everything today. Just listen today. Tomorrow, listen again. Little by little, English will start to stay in your mind. Some learners ask, what should I listen to? The answer is simple. Listen to easy English. Listen to slow English. Listen to conversations. Listen to voices that feel friendly, just like this one. Yes, voices that are calm, voices that are not rushing. When English is slow, your brain has time to think. Your ears have time to learn. Fast English can come later. There is no rush. Let me tell you something important. You do not need to listen with stress. You do not need to focus very hard. If you feel tired, it's okay to relax. Learning by listening works best when you are calm. That's right. Some people listen while walking. Some listen before sleeping. Some listen while cooking. All of these are okay. English does not need your full attention all the time. It just needs your presence. Now, let's talk about repetition. Listening once is good. Listening twice is better. Listening many times is powerful. When you hear the same words again, they start to feel familiar. Familiar words become easy words. Yes, and when words feel easy, you feel confident. Confidence does not come from perfection. Confidence comes from familiarity. Listening helps you feel familiar with English. Maybe today you hear a sentence like, I'm learning English by listening. At first, it's just a sentence. But after many listens, it becomes natural. You don't translate it, you just understand it.
That moment is very special. That is when you know listening is working, and it happens quietly. One day you just realize it.
Let's slow down again. If you feel pressure to learn fast, let it go. English is not running away. It will wait for you. You are allowed to learn slowly.
Yes, learning slowly is learning deeply. When you listen calmly, your brain remembers more. So today, just stay with us. Just listen. You are already learning.
Welcome back. If you are still listening, thank you for staying with us. We are continuing our calm conversation today. No rush, no pressure. Just listening and learning slowly. In the first part, we talked about how listening is gentle. Now, let's go a little deeper, but still slowly, still calmly.
Yes, we don't want to move fast. We want to move naturally. Many learners ask, how does listening really help me? It sounds simple, right? You just listen. But inside your mind, many good things are happening.
That's true. When you listen to English, your ears start to recognize sounds. Some sounds may feel new. Some sounds may feel strange. But when you hear them again and again, they stop feeling strange. They start to feel normal.
Yes, this is very important. English has its own music. It has rhythm. It has stress. When you listen, you are learning this music. You may not notice it today, but one day you will.
Let's think about a simple example. In English, we often say, "How are you?" When you read it, it looks very clear. But when people speak, it can sound like, "How are ya?" Listening helps you understand this.
Yes, reading and listening are different. When you only read, English feels slow and perfect. But real English is not perfect. It is fast. It is connected. Listening prepares you for real English.
And that's why listening first is powerful. If you listen a lot, speaking becomes easier later. You don't need to think about every word. The sentences come naturally because your brain has heard them before.
Exactly. Your brain starts to say, oh, I know this sound. Even if you don't understand everything, your brain is collecting patterns. Patterns are very important in language.
Let's talk about understanding. Many learners feel worried because they don't understand every word. But understanding everything is not necessary. When you listen, try to understand the general idea. What is the feeling? What is the topic? That is enough. Yes, understanding comes in layers. First, you understand the mood. Later, you understand the meaning. Later, you understand the details. Listening again helps you move through these layers. Sometimes you may listen and think, I only understood 30%. That is okay. That is good. Next time it may be 40%, then 50%. Progress is quiet, but it is real. And progress does not need force. When you force your brain, it feels tired. When you relax, your brain opens. Listening works best when you are kind to yourself. Let's talk about repetition again, because it is very important. Listening once is like meeting someone for the first time. Listening many times is like becoming friends. The more you listen, the more comfortable English feels. Yes, and comfort is key. When you feel comfortable, you stop being afraid of English. Fear blocks learning. Comfort helps learning. Listening removes fear slowly. Some learners say, I get bored listening to the same thing. That can happen, but repetition does not mean forcing yourself. It means choosing something you enjoy, a voice you like, a topic you enjoy. Yes, enjoyment is very important. If you like the voice, you will listen again. If you like the topic, you will stay longer. Learning English should not feel like punishment. Let's talk about daily life again. Imagine you listen to English every day, even for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is small, but every day it becomes powerful. Your ears get used to English. Yes, 10 minutes is enough. You don't need 1 hour. You don't need 2 hours. Consistency is more important than time. Small steps every day create big change. Let's say you listen in the morning. Your brain wakes up with English. The sounds stay with you. Later, when you hear English again, it feels familiar. That familiarity builds confidence. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is calm. When you listen a lot, you feel calm around English. You stop saying, I can't do this. You start saying, this feels okay. That small change is very important because once English feels okay, learning becomes easier. You are not fighting anymore. You are flowing. Yes, learning becomes part of your life, like listening to music, like hearing people talk. English becomes a sound you recognize. Let's pause for a moment. If you are listening right now, you are already doing something good for yourself. You are training your ears. You are helping your brain. Even if you don't feel it, it is working. Yes, please remember that. Learning by listening is slow, but it is strong. It builds a deep foundation, and strong foundations last. In the next part, we will talk about how to use listening in daily life. Simple habits, easy ideas, no pressure, just real life and real learning. So stay with us. Keep listening. You are doing great just by being here.
Welcome back again. It's really nice to have you here. If you are listening from the beginning, you may notice something already. English is starting to feel a little softer, a little more familiar, and that is exactly what listening does.
Yes, it works quietly. You don't need to stop your life. You don't need to sit at a desk. Listening fits into your day. It moves with you. And today, let's talk about how to use listening in daily life.
Daily life is important because learning English only from books can feel separate from real life. But listening connects English to normal moments, moments you already have.
For example, you can listen while cooking. You are cutting vegetables. You are stirring food. Your hands are busy, but your ears are free. This is a perfect time to listen.
Yes, and the same is true for walking. When you walk outside, you don't need your eyes for English. You can listen and walk. No pressure. Even if your mind goes away for a moment, it's okay.
That's an important point. Many learners worry and think, oh no, my mind is not focused. But listening does not need full focus all the time. Your brain still hears sounds. It still learns.
Think about how children learn language. They don't sit and study. They listen while playing. They listen while eating. They listen while resting. Listening works even when attention is light.
Yes, this is natural learning. You don't need to understand every sentence. You don't need to repeat everything. Just hearing English regularly is already helping you.
Let's talk about choosing what to listen to. This is very important. If you choose something too difficult, you may feel tired. If you choose something too easy, you may feel bored. Try to choose something comfortable.
Comfortable means this. You understand some parts, you miss some parts, but you are not stressed. Your body feels relaxed. Your mind feels open. That is the best level.
And voices matter. Some voices feel friendly. Some voices feel harsh. Choose voices that feel calm to you. When a voice feels safe, you want to listen longer.
Yes, and pace matters too. Slow English is good for beginners. Clear English is very helpful. Fast English can come later. There is no race, no competition.
Many learners ask, should I listen with subtitles? This is a good question. The answer is, it depends on you. Sometimes subtitles help. Sometimes they distract.
You can try both. First, listen without subtitles. Just feel the sound. Then, listen again with subtitles. Check understanding. Then maybe listen one more time without subtitles. This gentle cycle works well.
But remember, subtitles are a tool, not a rule. If they help you, use them. If they stress you, skip them. Learning should support you, not pressure you.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about listening many times. Some learners think, I already listened once, I'm done. But listening again is very powerful. Each time you hear something new.
The first time, you hear sounds. The second time, you hear words. The third time, you hear meaning. The fourth time, you hear confidence growing.
Yes, and repetition does not mean boring. It means deeper. Like listening to your favorite song, you don't get tired of it because each time it feels familiar and comfortable.
Let's talk about mistakes for a moment. Some learners avoid listening because they feel embarrassed when they don't understand. But listening has no mistakes. No one is watching you, no one is judging you. It is a safe space. That's very important. Listening is private. It's personal. You can stop. You can repeat. You can relax. There is no pressure to respond. And this safety builds confidence. When you listen a lot, speaking later feels less scary. Your brain says, I've heard this before, and that makes a big difference.
Yes, speaking becomes familiar, not frightening. You may still feel nervous, but not lost. Listening gives you direction.
Let's imagine a normal day. You wake up, you listen for 5 minutes. Later, you walk somewhere, you listen again. Before sleeping, you listen quietly. That's it. No heavy study, no stress.
And over weeks, something changes. English stops feeling like a foreign sound. It starts feeling like a known sound. You don't panic when you hear it. You stay calm.
That calm is the goal, because calm leads to learning. Calm leads to confidence. Listening gives you calm.
If you remember only one thing from today, remember this. You don't need to understand everything to improve your English. You only need to listen, again and again, gently.
In the next part, we will talk about how listening helps speaking naturally, not forcing words, not memorizing scripts, just real English coming out slowly.
So stay with us. Keep listening. You are learning more than you think.
Welcome back to the final part of our episode today. Thank you for staying with us so far. By now, I hope you are feeling a little calmer with English, a little more familiar, a little more comfortable.
Yes, it's amazing how listening quietly can slowly build confidence. And today, we want to finish with practical tips and encouragement for your daily listening habit.
Let's start with a simple idea. Every day, listen to English even for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. Just a few minutes consistently is better than 1 hour once a week.
Exactly. 5 minutes may seem small, but in 1 month, it becomes 2.5 hours of listening. That's a lot of practice, quietly building understanding.
And the key is variety. Listen to different voices, different topics, different speeds, slowly at first, then gradually faster.
Yes, variety keeps it interesting. You can listen to podcasts, you can listen to songs, you can listen to short stories, or even simple English conversations like this one.
And don't worry if you don't understand everything. Try to get the main idea, the feeling, the topic. Details will come naturally with repeated listening.
Yes, this is very important. Many learners feel stressed when they try to understand every word, but the brain learns naturally. It collects sounds, rhythm, and vocabulary, even without your conscious efforts.
Now, let's talk about using listening to help speaking. When you listen a lot, your brain becomes familiar with English patterns. This helps you speak without thinking too much. Your mouth knows how to form words because your ears have already heard them.
Yes, for example, if you hear a phrase like, "How are you doing today?" many times, later when you meet someone, your brain remembers it. You can say it naturally without translating.
That's the power of listening. It builds natural speaking habits. It removes fear of speaking. And it's much more gentle than memorizing long sentences or grammar rules.
Exactly. Speaking becomes a reflection of listening. The more you listen, the more your speaking flows naturally. And mistakes become less scary because you've already heard how English sounds.
Now, let's talk about real-life practice. You can listen while walking outside, doing household chores, cooking or cleaning, traveling, waiting for the bus. Every little moment is an opportunity.
Yes, and you don't need headphones all the time. Sometimes listening from your phone or speaker works fine. Even background listening helps. Your brain absorbs more than you think.
Another tip is to listen and repeat quietly. Not loudly, just quietly in your mind. Repeat phrases you like. Repeat sentences that feel familiar. This repetition strengthens memory. It connects listening to speaking.
Yes, but remember, don't stress about pronunciation at first. Focus on familiar sounds. Focus on the rhythm of English. Your pronunciation will improve naturally over time.
Let's pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Even now, just by listening, you are improving. Your brain is active. Your ears are learning. Your mind is opening.
And this is the beauty of learning by listening. It's gentle, it's consistent, and it's powerful.
Before we finish, let's review some key points from today's episode. Listening is gentle. Understanding everything is not required. Repetition is powerful. Daily short listening is better than occasional long sessions. Enjoyment and comfort matter. Listening builds confidence, not stress. Listening naturally helps speaking.
Yes, and remember, English is not a race. You can learn slowly and steadily. Small steps every day create big results in the long term.
So, if you only remember one thing, remember this. Keep listening, keep repeating, keep enjoying. That is how English becomes part of your life, not just something you study.
Exactly. Learning by listening is natural, calm, and effective. And you are already on the right path just by spending time with us today.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Thank you for giving yourself this time. You are doing something wonderful for your English.
Yes, we are so proud of you. Keep listening, keep practicing gently, and slowly, English will feel like a friend.
That's the end of today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope it helped you feel more confident with English.
If you liked this episode, please subscribe to our channel, give a thumbs up, and share it with friends who are learning English.
And remember, every small moment of listening counts. Thank you for being here. We will see you in the next episode.
Keep learning, keep smiling, and enjoy your English journey. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.